Hello. How are you? And good morning. I'm good, just living my best life over here. It's kind of what you got to do. Um I hope that you guys are all having an amazing and wonderful day. It is December 5th. It is Friday. And I've eaten like shit a lot. And I don't know if I feel bad about it, to be honest with you. I don't. I don't know why my rumble isn't rumbling. I don't know why my rumble isn't rumbling. I really hate that, by the way. I hate I'll set up my stream, think I put all my keys in right, and then people on Rumble are like, where's the stream? So I'm gonna see if I can fix that really quick right now. It's very, very annoying, but let's see what we can do for you guys. There and there and this and that. All right, let's see if it did it. Let's see if it did it. Gus, welcome. And hello. So nice of you to join us. Hi, husband. 131 months of subbing to me on Twitch. I look terrible today because we had enchiladas last night. And I'm very sodium bloated. Also, this part really, really sucks. I think I have a staph infection on my foot. I didn't have a cut or anything, which kind of makes it weird, but my toe is on fire and it is very painful and swollen. So my guess is something's, really horribly wrong. Like, yay! Staph infection. I've only had it one time before. I went to a nail salon. My husband, when we lived in North Hollywood, he was like, I want to get you a birthday present. Go treat yourself to mani-pedi. And I was like, this is awesome. My mother-in-law said it was fine, but as Matt said, she looked at it from across the room and I wasn't like, too concerned about it. She was like, oh yeah, happens to everyone all the time, but I've had staph before and it's the burning hot, like the fact that my toe is burning hot and then everything around it is ice cold. My guess is that's, not a good thing. It's just your toenail fell off. That's awful. Yeah, I'm kind of done going to get mani-pedis. Unfortunately, the last place I got, I think, a manicure from got busted in Joliet for sex trafficking, or was it Plainfield? For sex trafficking and slavery. So all the people, they're like, don't deport our sex slaves. Don't deport our slaves. Like these women were being forced to work for free. And then after hours, after doing everyone's nails, they were being forced to have sex with people for money that, they didn't see a dime of it. And for some reason, like people love it. They really, really want women to be sex trafficked and forced into labor. Like they do not, they want to keep their slaves here. It's kind of mind-blowing. It really is. I don't know if people are just ignoring that whole aspect of immigration and like pretending it isn't happening so they can feel better about it. I don't know, but I felt pretty horrible having gone to get a mani-pedi from somewhere that ended up, sex trafficking women. It's awful. And abusing said women. Our sale is still going on. Just so you guys know. Sale is still going on with Avon. I just purchased some stuff last night. As you can notice, I am being loud. My mother-in-law left after 9 days yesterday. And I'm sad to see her go, but I'm also ready to get back into regular life. There are very few people I could spend 9 days with in my house, with both my husband and I working from home. Very few people. But I would say like any longer would have probably been too long. You know what I mean? That's effed up Chicago for you, trying to squeeze every dime from everywhere. So sad, right? Right? Sad. Thank you, Lisa, for placing your first Avon order. Go train for your promotion. And hello and good morning. Hello and good morning. Can I show you guys a zit the size of God? Look at it. Look at the size of this thing. It was so full of pus that I had to pop it before I came on stream. I was like, dude, what am I, fucking 16? What is this? Like, everything's wrong. I might have a staph infection. My fucking pus-filled, gross temple is being nasty and gross. They don't know what is going on because MSM doesn't report it. Am I going to start my period? No. No, it was just an infected zit. Maybe it's because I have an infected toe. Everything's going wrong. Not everything's coming up Millhouse, but sometimes, shit goes wrong. And there's really nothing you can do about it. You go with the flow. You just accept shit has gone wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not that worried about it. It'll go down. But we've eaten like shit for a while. We're going to eat okay today, but then eat like shit all weekend. And then my hopes is next week starts the diet again. Now, I didn't gain as much. Wow, an old lady with a zit. Well, most of us still get them. 2025 can suck it. Man, I miss life pre-2022. Life was good, man. Life was good. It was really funny because my husband was basically saying, if we win the lotto, we'll buy this huge sprawling estate in Kentucky, right? My husband should get a game suggestion box. He really should. That's a really great idea. But no, so far. Hey, Master. But my husband was talking about getting a sprawling, estate in Kentucky and having family over for holidays. And he made his mom laugh because he's like, we would literally have signs every 4 seconds, like no gender discussion, no illegal immigrant discussion, no fucking politics at all. Shut the fuck up, hang out with your family, and don't be an asshole. And then he was like, we should have you're a fucking asshole hat for the douchebag that gets political or takes a jab and be like, now you have to wear this hat because you're the fucking asshole. Yeah, my husband will be streaming tonight. For those of you who are interested, he will be streaming tonight. I haven't been able to watch his streams because I had to hang out with his mom, which wasn't bad. But then I also felt bad that I wasn't supporting his needs. Yeah, we need to shame family members that are like, oh, if you don't have my politics, you're an enemy and you're bad and I shouldn't talk to you because I'm a fucking narcissistic piece of shit. Fuck you. This isn't about politics anymore. It's about doing what I want you to do. It's about human rights. The right for you to do what I want you to think and do. Like that. You guys are fucking narcissists. Swear to God. Awful. Just awful. Most of my loved ones do not think the way I think. And, while I think some of their shit is stupid, I don't think they're stupid. I think, their politics suck, but that's why I just, don't sign up for it. That's all. It's not about politics anymore. It's about human rights. It's about Hitler. It's the Nazis, the white supremacy. It's so stupid anymore. Does anyone still believe all this shit? It's so dumb. And now everyone's wigging out about not voter ID, cops asking to see ID, like ICE. Like that's a bad thing. And they're saying it's racist. Where is my lawsuit for how many times I've been asked for my ID from cops because I was in, a neighborhood that wasn't white and they pulled me over. Do I get compensation? Do I get to say how I mean, dude, guys, I'm from Joliet, Illinois, and my ex lived on the east side, which, is not majority white. And I got pulled over all the time for going over to get him. All the time. I was racially profiled for like 5 years. And you know what? I get it. Because you know what most white people were doing over there? Buying drugs. I mean, hell, sometimes I did. But that's what most of them. So they got racially profiled because it was out of the usual, it was an unusual behavior. But some of the cops got to know me and they're like, oh, this chick, her guy like lives on this street. So it got a little bit better. Yeah. Have you been racially profiled? You're entitled to compensation. I saw a stream of his voice is awesome. Never found him again. Well, his name is Duck Sauce on Twitch. I have a cousin that was close. I support Trump. Now she can't stand me. Well, your cousin's an asshole, Sherry. If you are that much of an asshole, to justify being such a piece of shit to your own friends and family, that you pretend that if someone's MAGA, they're just so bad and it's so anti-human rights and all this shit, blah, blah, blah. I mean, basically, Trump's not doing anything different that Obama didn't do with deporting. It's just the news is reporting it differently. It's so fucking stupid. It's just an excuse to be a piece of shit to your friends and family. Imagine that, a local cop who gets to know people in the area and their habits, behaviors, and policies appropriately. Yeah, that did happen. I'm not going to soak my toe. I'm actually going to go to the ER because it's been days and it's a different color. Oh, hello. Sorry about that. It's a different color and it's very hot and very uncomfortable. And something tells me it's not very good. You know what I mean? Let's do Aqua Bomb Hydrating Toner. AdrianCurry.com. If you guys want to get some last minute gifts, you've got 20 days till Christmas, guys. Can you believe it? 20 days. Just a little over 2 weeks. Don't procrastinate. Get a bunch of cool shit and get it at a huge discount. Like, why the fuck not? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Christmas feels like it was 2 months ago. Trump needs to do far more than Obama. He needs to be deporting. I just, I trust Trump as much as I trust a fart after eating Indian food. I think I have a staph infection on my toe, which, sucks for me. Sucks to be me. I'm pretty sure it's a staph infection. So even if it's not, because it has the symptoms of one, I need to go check it out. You know what I mean? Got to go check it out. Yeah, I need to go see the doctor. Because what I looked, it was like, if you have these symptoms, don't prolong, don't wait. I'm like, well, first I'm going to stream. I'm going to hang out with my friends. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to use a little hydrofusion, hyaluronic acid on my face. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But yeah, I'm sad Thanksgiving's over, guys. My turkey this year was so fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even the wings were juicy. I can't believe it's over. I'm so fucking sad about it, man. I'm like, I don't want this to be over. Let's do some collagen booster firming cream. We have a lot of good deals in my store right now, like bundles of skincare. I highly recommend you go look at them for cheap. Get your shit for cheap. But yeah, I'm sad. Like, my mother-in-law's gone. We don't We're not eating mashed potatoes with fucking Gruyere cheese and caramelized white wine onions in it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This Thanksgiving was unbelievable. It was so good. We ate 3 pies in less than 24 hours. My mother-in-law was just like, what the hell? That's insane. She's like, she only had little slivers of the pie. Then she comes and she's like, oh, I was thinking I could have some pie. There was like crumbles left. And we're like, you didn't eat the apple pie for a day. We just figured you didn't like it. So we ate the whole thing. And she's like, normal people don't eat pies in 3 days. I'm like, you've known me for 11 years. You've known your son his whole life. I'm like, this is your fault for pretending there was going to be any food left over. Isinox Ultimate Eye Serum. I love this stuff. Why would you think there's going to be, there's just going to be pie for days? No, there isn't. Why would you ever think that? Like, what planet are you on? He ate all of it. Whoops. I don't know if you guys saw, but my mother-in-law like takes photos, and it's not just of me, it's of Matt, like candids without us knowing. And it's because we don't like to take that many pictures. You know, we don't like it, especially since we know she's going to show everyone on Earth. So we just don't take very many pictures. So she takes all these fucking photos of us when we don't know. We ate 3 pies in 23 hours for Thanksgiving. Anyway, so I posted this video and a couple people commented and they're like, oh, your mother-in-law is passive aggressive. She's trying to make you look bad. And I'm like, dude, she does this to her son. She's not passive aggressive. She just knows that we're assholes. And, we don't want pictures. So she has to sneak all these shots. Guys, I want to take you on this journey really quick. I've never looked worse. This is compliments of my mother-in-law. This. I hope you enjoy it. Why did she need a video of me pulling garbage on a sled? Like, oh my gosh, she's pulling garbage on a sled. It's just, I want to remember this moment for the rest of my life. Also, look at this picture of me with a big fat wad of food in my cheek. Like, what is that? This one. Who fucking does that to someone? First off, I'm sitting at the counter in a stool that doesn't fit the counter. When we have a guest, my husband sits in his regular seat that's comfortable. The guest sits in my seat, and then I get the shitty stool on the side of the counter where there's no room for your legs because I'm the hostess and that's what I do. I want my guests to be comfortable. So the chair is too tall for the counter, and my legs are 36 inseam. So there's nowhere to put those either. So I'm literally like hunched over like, because like there's no fucking room for my body. This is awful. Look how terrible I look. Look at my fucking plate. Ooh, yeah. Both those bowls are mine. One's mashed potatoes and gravy. One's candied yams. On my plate, I see cream spinach, turkey covered in gravy, and my sweet Italian sausage stuffing. Yeah, I look like Gollum eating a fish. I'm like, this is like the worst photo ever. Someone suggested that Matt and I start taking horrible photos of my mother-in-law and then show her later. Look at these photos we took of you, of her, like, she would wig out. I mean, it's fucking terrible. Like, here, okay, this one, I'll be honest with you, I'm really insecure about my legs. My calves are very, very large. I would pay money to never have anyone take pictures of my calves. And yet there they are in all their glory. Like, I only wear maxi dresses and I don't like to wear shorts because I don't like my legs. She's just, oh, I look really good even when I'm eating. Is that what you think? Look at this. No, I don't. Also, like, what am I taking a shit? This magic moment of me, this one, I look like I'm going, that my face in this is horrifying. This, like, I have a double chin going on. Look at the chin. That is not flattering. She took a photo of me in the kitchen where it just looked like I had this massive gut because I was like hunched over my chair, like, because I don't fit in my chair. When she stopped those pics, we gave her tons of pose ones. She will not stop taking these photos. It's because my husband hates pictures. But then I take pictures with her, and she still takes these horrible pictures of me. It's like she wants to document every fucking moment where we look like turds. Guys, if someone took photos of you like this, you would not be happy. You can tell me how good I look and all this shit. The cats are cute. That I'll give her. And you can be like, but you're so cute. And okay, sure. But the double chin, I'm going to eat mashed potatoes. I've been eating all day and I'm so fat. This is like my seconds, I think. I'm so fat, mashed potatoes. Like, what the fuck? Yay, Stephanie. Mashed potato time. Look at, well, eat it. And she's like, this is a wonderful photo. I'm going to frame it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, someone's like, your mother-in-law's trying to humble you because you're pretty. I'm like, she does this shit to her son. She just, and the irony is, my guess, I've never tried, little multi-peptide eye primer, is if I took photos of her like this, she would probably shit her pants. But next time she comes, I think my husband and I need to just start sneaking secret photos of her. I actually like that plan, just to fuck with her. Like, where are we going to put these things? But she handed me her phone because she took a couple pictures of Matt and I that I wanted. And I was uploading it to an album. And as I was like going through her pictures, because, you know, she's a boomer and she couldn't figure out how to share it on an album. And I was like, I got you, girl. I'll do it. So I'm going through and I'm like, what the fuck are these horrible photos of me? Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I've never looked worse than in these pictures. So I just downloaded them all. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put them online. I don't take myself that seriously. And people need to understand my pain. And a lot of people understood my pain. They're like, my husband does that shit to me. It's fucking terrible. So she's not the only one that does it. I kind of appreciate the fact that there's husbands that do this. I'm just going to do some simple makeup, guys, because I have to go to the hospital. It's what I'm doing today. I don't need to be too dressed up for it, you know. Hospital's not that important. Look at this. I just recently saw my double chin. Well, I mean, I don't really have one. I guess it's sagging a little bit. Oh, look at that. Yes, it is, right? Yep. I got a little sag there. Got that little granny chin going on. Great. It's fucking great. That's awesome. Netflix bought Warner Brothers for $84 billion. That's huge. Now they own HBO, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter. Oh, great. They're going to make it all woke and put the message in it and destroy it like they've been doing everything else. It's going to be great. Nothing like getting lectured by a bunch of turds in Hollywood. We love that. Targeted ICE enforcement of Somali community in Minnesota is racist and Islamophobic. Okay, we only stole $1 billion. $1 billion. But if you notice that we robbed your country blind, you're a racist. Dude, I wish I was Somali and I could just steal $1 billion fucking dollars and be like, you're racist if you notice I'm robbing you completely. It's like, what the fuck? Why am I not Somali? And you know, the Somali pirates are serious, dude. Ask anyone in our Navy. Those Somali pirates will fuck you up. They'll kill you, dude. You are not okay. This is what I'm talking about with other cultures. There's certain cultures, like if you went and hung out in these areas, you'd be like, this is not compatible with America. It's not that compatible with America. There is such thing. Like American freedom and stuff is not compatible with communist China. If we went there like the Constitution, I say whatever I want, fuck Xi Jinping, fuck the CCP, it wouldn't be compatible. It wouldn't work. Like walking down the streets and the police just fuck with you super hardcore because you're not Chinese. Like it just wouldn't work out for us all. I think I'm going to use that pink right there. And that's okay. Let's see. It is okay. Like being super LGBTQ is not compatible with Iran. It's not compatible with Afghanistan. It's not compatible with anywhere in the Middle East at all. I'm queer. I'm a they, them. Look at me. You aren't going to have a good time there. And that's okay. So when we ship in a bunch of people, we're like, look, what's most important here is LGBTQ and their rights. So what we're going to do is we're going to import a bunch of people who fucking hate them and will hurt them. What? So we're supposed to pretend that people from these countries that like stone people to death or force them to transmission themselves, like if they find they do conversion therapy of sex changes, I think in Iran, like if they find out you're gay, they chop it off and invert it and they make you a woman. I'm pretty sure it's Iran. Correct me if I'm wrong. How is that compatible with here? Can anyone explain to me how that mindset is compatible? Like men from foreign countries that are like women are cattle. We own them. They have no rights. Fuck all women. How is that compatible here? And how is it racist to be like a woman, an American woman going, hey, you know, importing a bunch of guys who think I'm a piece of cattle and they should just take what they want from me and stuff is probably not in my best interest for my safety. I'm a queer on the roof. Look how I soar. Yeah, they toss people. It is Iran. 0 homosexuals, but lots of male to female gender swaps. And it's because they the conversion therapy. That's why when people hear like, oh, our rights are under attack, but I feel like the queer community doesn't care at all, even a little, about queers anywhere else. They're like, if you're not from America, fuck you. I'm the one that's suffering. And it's like, but what about these people? Wouldn't you be advocating for them? Like for me, I'm like a big advocate for all the women in the Middle East and all the women in Africa where they're like chopping up their bits and pieces to best pleasure men. Like that's important to me, right? Very important. But I also know I probably shouldn't travel over there because they'd probably hurt me bad. To be like, hey guys, stop mistreating women and all this stuff. Like, I'm just confused at what's happening in this world. Like, if women's rights and queer rights matter, why are we importing all these people that hate women and queers? Oh, they'll get better. They'll magically just come to America and be like, oh, we love homosexuals now. We worship them. Oh, women, they have every right in the world. No, it doesn't change, dude. Then they have kids and they teach their kids, you know what? Queers, terrible people. Women, horrible people. They have no rights. Fuck them. And then we're raising like generations of people in this country that hate queer people and women. Yeah. And out of the same mouth that they're advocating for the rights of these immigrants that hate queers and women, they say that they're for queers and women. It's just so stupid. I've never experienced anything that's this dumb. Well, hello, Pamela, and good morning. They don't, because they have zero outstanding outside their bubble. A lot of them have to understand. They have to understand how bad these countries are. So what was it? 80,000 Afghanis we let in. How many of them have any respect for women? Do you think they had a test like, hey, how do you feel about the queer community and female empowerment? My guess is out of those 80,000 people were like, we hate all queer people and we will harm them in every way. And we will stand on the throats of all women. And they're like, come on in, man. It's going to be great. That you're totally compatible. This is going to work out so well because your deep respect for women and queer people it's really going to work and benefit the country of America. And what's odd is then women are like, oh, I want to advocate for the people who want to throw me down and force themselves on me and murder all my queer friends. Oh, I love them so much. And I'm like, what is going on? It's suicidal compassion, suicidal empathy. Like, what is happening? Anyone? Like, what is happening in the brains of women and the queer community where they are advocating for these people who look at them like animals with no rights? Half of them, they look at it people that should be eliminated from the planet. Why do they advocate for these people? Just as a woman who loves being able to go to the store and not be hurt, who loves to be able to speak in a room with men in it and the men not be like, she should shut up with her vagina. She has no right. She's stupid. I'm above her. Like, I like that. I like that a lot. It's a wonderful way to live, to be honest with you. It is my preferred way of living in comparison to, the alternative, which is importing tons of men who believe that women and queer people have no rights. I don't understand it. It's very weird. And then in the same breath, they'll criticize Russia, like Russia is anti-gay. You're safer as a gay person in Russia than you are in Afghanistan. We're not importing 80,000 Russians here. We're importing 80,000 Afghanis here. Who I can tell you straight up, you're probably not safe over there. Chell's Bells. Thanks for getting me through my day and your perspective on different topics and your authenticity. I love all your content. Thank you for the $10, dude. Thank you. They majored in gender studies and have double masters in burning dictionaries, but is it stupidity? Do they really not know that these people they advocate for would hurt them? Do they really not know? Or do they know and they just don't care? Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying watching my husband. My husband streams on Twitch. He's Duck Sauce on Twitch. He streams every day, 4 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. They really don't know. I mean, you have to be an idiot to not educate yourself. And again, thank you for the $9.99, you generous little thing. Like, because I'm a woman, and if we imported 80,000 people from a country that are like, we love women, and we're not going to try to, kill gay people, I'd be like, oh, they need help. But from countries where they're like, we hate women, we don't respect them at all, also we want to kill gay people, I'm like, I could go ahead and not import people like that. Just me. Just, for my safety, for the safety of my own friends, like this might not be our best idea. This might not be something we want to do. Oh, this is nice. I'm using the Iconic palette with a little bit from the Goddess. And I'm just doing a little smear of color here. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't think our country is going to be very safe for gays or women. And it's not because of Americans. I think it's going to be because of the people we're importing from countries that hate women and gay people. And for some reason, the news is like, you are racist if you notice these people hate women and want to murder gays. I'm like, well, no, I'm not racist, but I am prejudice against cultures that view me as a fucking animal. I mean, maybe that's my privilege speaking. Cultures that would think I shouldn't even drive a car, shouldn't be educated, can't go to the beach and swim. I mean, I've seen pictures of Muslim women covered just their eyes while their husbands are like, oh my God, the beach is so fun. I'm in my swim trunks. I'm having so much fun. My wife, fuck her. She's an animal and she has to suffer and just look at me having all the fun. Go look. These women, all you see is their eyes. They get no fun. They don't get to go fucking swimming. And their husbands are like, oh, I'm the man. My wife is nothing and no one fuck her. And I'm like, this is crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. These bitches can't even go swimming. And you're going to tell me how wonderful that is to import this mindset here? That's not good. Now, I don't know about Americanized Muslims. Are they okay with their women going to the beach? Because if you're like an Americanized Muslim and you're like, hey, the women can totally go swimming and shit and don't have to stand there watching their husbands and kids have the time of their lives while they suffer in, 110 degrees and they don't even get to dip a toe, I'd be like, okay, hey, welcome. Otherwise, you're just not compatible with Western culture. You're just not. It's your white privilege that makes you think you're not a fucking animal. Right? Oh, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Go look at these pictures of beaches in the Middle East, and it broke my heart. All the dudes, all their sons, all having the time of their life in the water while the women stand there like, I'm waiting for my orders of what I'm allowed to do. Like, it's insane. Insane that people are trying to normalize this. I'm sorry. Not compatible with our culture. It's just that is not compatible. Again, I don't know if westernized Muslims are like, hey, this is great. Bring my bitch to the beach. Let her fucking swim. It's going to be great. Maybe you guys can educate me on that. My guess is if you're a Muslim living in the West, you got to be okay with your wife going to the beach. Otherwise, I got a problem with you, dude. I have a problem with men who steal the rights of women. I'm sorry. Like, the same people are like, the patriarchy's bad, but it's so good when it's a man in the Middle East abusing his woman. Oh, I love that. That's so amazing. Like, what? I'm just confused. If that bitch wants to jump in the water with her husband, she should be able to. Why is the man allowed to fucking roll around with his shirt off? And his bitch has to just show her eyes looking at, she's like, I wish I could go swimming. Do you think all those women on the beach don't have a thought or two? Like, man, it'd be so nice to be in that water. That's what I'd be like. This fucking sucks. I'm running away. I can't do this. The women on the beach being forced to wear 300 pounds of clothes, suffering in nasty beach humidity and sun while their husbands and kids are like, oh, it's so much fun. Look at mom suffering. You have no rights, mom. Look at us. Wee. Like, this is crazy. They treat them like they're not human. And I don't know why people are like pretending that that's not what happens. At local gym, the men are swimming in the pool with the kids watching, and the women sit outside watching. Well, I wouldn't go in like a local pool because it's full of piss. That's just me. I would jump into the sea and stuff. Right? No one should be banned from swimming in any culture. But if they went in the water with what they were wearing, they would drown. They treat them the same here. The women that are out have a phone stuck to their ears. The men will not let them even take their headgear off. And people are like, oh my God, it's so amazing. The patriarchy, as long as you're white, you're bad. But if you're from the Middle East, abuse your women so good. And we support it. I'm talking, Kathy, about photos from the Middle East of Muslim men and their sons swimming joyfully in the water while all the women are covered to here, suffering on the beach, being forced to watch the men be like, look at us and all our rights. Mommy is nothing and no one. Cover up, mom. Look at us have fun. Those women want to go in the water. I'm saying that's not compatible with our culture. And it's not racist to say it's not compatible with Western culture. It is not fucking compatible. If you're a feminist and you think it's compatible for women to be treated like cattle and be treated as nothing and no one with zero rights, you are sick. I was saying, I don't know about Muslims here in the Western world, but if they're treating women the same, I'm not for that because I'm a girl. Like, why would I want to see other women treated like shit? No, I don't want to see that. Do you? Do you want to see women in 110 degrees suffering on the beach with 300 pounds of fucking clothes in the humidity as their sons and their husbands splash about in the water having the time of their fucking lives? Is that what you like? Because I don't like it. And that bitch doesn't like it. And she can't say she doesn't like it because she'll be punished. They'll probably hurt her if she's like, you know what? Honestly, yeah, this sucks for me. Don't you think that would suck? I don't understand why people like it so much or why they support it here in the Western world, but it's really bothering me as a woman because I don't want that mindset of treating women that way coming here and spreading. I'm sorry. That's taking us back thousands of years. I'm not like a feminist, but I am kind of pro not treating women like cattle and, you know, not allowing them to go swimming, not allowing them to, wear clothes they want. I had an ex that told me that he owned my body and that if I wanted a tattoo, that I would have to get his permission first to do what I wanted with my body. You know what I did? I was like, oh, I got in my car. I drove straight to the tattoo parlor and I got a dumb tattoo on my neck because as a fuck you. I was like, fuck you, dude. What do you think this is? Islam? Like, no, thank you. Okay, I ordered first Avon Friday for my wife's birthday, and it got here in Florida yesterday. That was fast. Thank you. Gus, thank you for the $5, and thank you for ordering for me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Deeply from the bottom of my heart. That's a form of feminism. Look, I'm just for women not being treated like shit. But I feel like feminists are the ones advocating for it. No, we want that here. Yes, keep her like a piece of fucking meat and cover her up and don't allow her to have fun and control her in every way. We support that. I'm like, that's crazy. Well, yeah. If you're a woman in a culture that treats you like that, you're brainwashed from birth. Must be nice to be a guy in a culture like that. Here's what I love about Western men. Western men could rule America the same way. Because I'm sorry to say it, ladies, men are more powerful than us. And if they wanted to be dickholes, they could. But the beauty of the Western world is all these men were like, oh, hey, we don't have to be dickholes. It's way more fun, when the women can do what they want and then they choose to be with us. This is way more fun. So let's give women rights and allow them to do whatever the fuck they want. It'll be fine. That's the Western world in which I'm so grateful to be part of it. I'm just, I'm very concerned with the amount of women who are running cover for men who think this way. And I just think it's not compatible with being an American. Americans were not compatible with a culture and or men who treat women like that. It's just not compatible. I don't know why anyone would think it is. Coexist and all that shit. And I'm like, yeah, as long as you stay in your space where you people think that way. Look, who am I to tell Iran what to do? I just don't want that mindset here. I think that's very dangerous for women and queer people. Very, very dangerous. Don't you think? Am I alone in this? It just seems counterproductive to women having rights or feeling safe or, women's empowerment and all this shit. Empowerment to me is not allowing a thought process to spread or a culture to spread or infiltrate or grow that sees women in that light. It's very odd to me that so many people are advocating for that here. Since I was a little girl, I knew, because I love history books, I've known since I was a little girl that the East and the West doesn't mix. Doesn't mix. It's like oil and water. It just doesn't mix. Doesn't mean that they're bad. No, it just means culturally we don't mix well. We don't mix at all. We're not on the same page. You get what I mean? The regression in women's rights is entirely women driven. Cheers to you, Agent Max. The men are afraid of us crazy bitches in America. Yes, because we have the right to be crazy bitches to men here. You're not alone. I cannot stand when someone is being abused. We will never mix. Dude, the East is the East and the West is the West. And never the twain shall meet. It's okay. It's okay. There's like countries that are completely Islamic countries where being a Christian there is not going to work. It's not going to work. Going to those countries with an American mindset, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to live there. That's okay. But how is it the reverse is okay? I just, I think protecting women, and you can think what you want about the queer community, but I don't think they need to have a whole bunch of people immigrating here that wants them dead. That's just me personally. I don't think that's safe. I don't think that's good. I don't think it's good that they throw gay people off buildings out there, or that they force men to gender change surgically that are gay. I don't think that's good. I'm sorry. You can think anything you want about being gay. You'd be like, I think it's wrong. Well, I also think it's wrong to hurt them or want to hurt them. And there are certain cultures that's just what they want to do. There's 30 Islamic countries. If that's what folks want, plenty of choices, but it's not compatible with our values. It just isn't. And our values aren't compatible in their countries. We're not compatible there. I'm not compatible in Iran. I'm not compatible in Afghanistan. I'm probably not compatible in India. To be honest with you, I'm not compatible in China. No. And that's okay. It doesn't mean we're all bad people. It's just like, this doesn't work well. It's not going to work well, guys. It's not going to end well for us. Just like if we all immigrated to Iran today, it's not going to work out well. It's not going to end well for us. It just doesn't work. It's not, and that's okay to say. It's okay to say, yo, hey, we are not on the same page. It's okay to acknowledge that. I don't think it makes them bad people or us bad people to just be like, you know what? This isn't going to work out. But in other news, internet raises $1.5 million for man who's 88 years old, unable to retire after pension was taken away, wife's death. So this content creator makes tons of money doing stuff like this, which that always kind of bothers me, but it is what it is. He had a video he shared of an 88-year-old man still working at a Detroit supermarket before the fundraiser he started in his honor blew up. So I think I'd like to watch this. Would you guys like to join me so we can feel a little good about some things? I think that might be nice.
Just seen it.
It's too loud. How do I turn it down?
If I could have help scanning this. Thank you. What was your name?
It is loud. I wish I could turn it down. I'm sorry. Just turn down your speakers.
Ed.
I'm Sam.
Okay.
I actually had someone nominate you from this store and said you're very hardworking.
Well, I try to be.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 88.
And still working?
Yes, I have to.
Why do you have to keep working?
Retired from General Motors in '99. 2012, I went bankrupt, and They took my pension away from me.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a wife?
She passed away 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
She was sick when I lost my pension.
So you've been struggling a bit?
A little bit.
You said that you lost your pension?
Yes, sir, I did. I was in the Army back in 66.
So you're a veteran too?
Yes. The thing that hurt me the most was my wife was real sick.
I'd just like to say, all these illegal immigrants and like people on like SNAP benefits are like, where's my money and all this shit. And then we have this guy, a fucking veteran of our country, 88 years old, having to work his ass off to survive. And he's not doing videos like, where's all my free money? You know?
And they, when they took the pension, they also took the health care coverage.
Yeah.
And all but $10,000 of my life insurance.
Oh my gosh.
So I sold the house, sold the property I had, and we made it through. My wife died 7 years ago. Since then, I've been trying to reestablish myself.
And you're working here how many days a week?
I work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day.
And you do that because you have to, or
Yeah, I don't have enough income
what's your dream?
to live somewhat the life I was hoping for.
I'd like to share your story and try and, get people to help you retire.
Well, thank you.
Of course. You're amazing. I want to give you $400 here as a tip. Of course. You're amazing,
Thank you.
man. Of course.
I don't know what.
I'm always bothered by these content creators because it comes off so fake, like using people's stuff. I like that the people get helped, but monetizing off the suffering of others to like get people to cry, and it just feels so set up. Just me personally, I just don't trust anyone. So I never trust that it's coming from a good place, but I am happy that in the end it works out. You know what I mean?
Say, it goes a long way to help me.
Give you a hug?
Yeah, thank you.
Lots of love.
Well, I think that dude deserves $1.5 million, don't you? Poor guy. Lost his fucking wife, lost everything. 88 years old, working 40 hours a week. Can you imagine being 88? Think about that. 88. Working full time, and kids today whine and cry about what they think they deserve. It's just this poor man. Am I glad the internet came together for him? Truly. 88 years old, working fucking full time. I can't fathom it. And God bless the supermarket for hiring, because there's a lot of people that are ageist. Like if you want to try to be a cop in your 40s, that they won't hire you. I think park rangers too, because you're too old. There's a lot of ageism out there, but there's so many people that still need to work because they're having, a real hard time making ends meet. That poor dude, man. I'm really glad he got 1.5 mil. Boy, am I glad. Even if he, doesn't live that much longer, the fact that he can at least spend his last days not working full fucking time, that makes me very happy. Very happy indeed. Dude, my eyelashes look real funky this morning. I don't know what's going on with them, but it is what it is. Yeah, my eyelashes on this side look funky. It's like I slept on them weird and they're curled weird. There's really nothing I can do about that, though. Nothing I could do about that, though. I don't know, man. I have a feeling I'm going to probably be working until I die. And I got to be honest with you. Like, what if something happened with Avon? I'd be fucked. I'm 43 years old. I only have job experience waiting tables. I have no education. And I would never take a loan out to get one. Also, I don't want to be a communist. So I probably don't want to go to college. This fucking thing. How many layers of mascara are you putting on? Tons, because it's a microfiber mascara. So what it does is it builds up your eyelashes. See, I don't have eyelashes. So if I build them up, then they look thick and beautiful. Like, you know, most of your eyelashes that are nice. My dad is 87, worked almost full-time mowing lawns at a golf course. For the past 20 summers, he finally slowed down this past summer 1 or 2 days a week to take care of my mom. I'm great he slowed down. Oh, we're all going to be working until we die. There's no social security. There's none of that. None of that. I'll be surprised if we have any for the boomers. The boomers want theirs, even though there's no money to pay them. Like, we are negative 40 trillion in debt. They will get theirs. But Gen X, not a dime. We're going to pay to ensure that boomers get their money. But Gen X is not getting anything. Millennials aren't getting anything. We're having less and less babies. There's less and less people in a system that was built on us having more and more babies. Also, they robbed us blind. Our government robbed us blind. And it's just crazy to me that, you know, instead of us holding them accountable, instead of us saying, hey, it's time to have trials and prison time for these people that robbed us, everyone's like, well, just rob Generation X and all the millennials of their paychecks and pay us the money that the government stole, and then fuck it, peace out. No one's going to deal with this. And then it's going to crash and burn and everyone's going to be fucked. Because right now, if we had the boomers stand up with us and be like, hey, we need to have trials for everyone that made every decision that led us this much in debt. Obama, all his money should be taken from him. Bush, all his money should be taken from him. Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, they should be tried in court and then fined and have to pay back tons and tons and tons of money to refill America's coffers, which, you know, they helped rob to the bones. Negative rob, you know. I lost a lot of eyelashes on this eye. My guess is look at that, digging and digging at my eyes while I sleep. Guys, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I'm so bad to my eyes in my sleep. I just rip them to shreds every night, and then I wake up and I'm like, where's my eyelashes? Does anyone know where they went? I don't have any. Help. Man, I really wish people could come together before the boomers start leaving us. I do. I really do. But what they're going to do is placate the boomers, give them their money so that the boomers aren't outraged, and then the boomers don't say a word. And then when the boomers all die off, they'll be like, da-da-da-da-da-da, fuck Gen X and fuck millennials. We robbed every time from you, get nothing. And then we won't have the power of the boomers behind us to be like, we need trials. We need prison time. These people robbed us. We need you, boomers. We need you. Like, they're trying to placate you until you're gone so that we're fucked. That's what they're trying to do. Because boomers is the most powerful generation. There's more of you than us. Hell, there's so many of you guys. We need you bad. It's true. That $2.5 billion judgment against Alex Jones sets a nice precedent for some retribution. Yes, it does, Ross. Well played. Let's have a $2.5 billion judgment against Obama and Bush, Biden. I'm sorry, Trump, but you spent our money too. Sorry. anyone who was involved with negative spending us in the hole, unless they could be like, this is all the stuff that I set up to try to replenish our coffers. Sorry. I don't care if you like the people or not. If they fucked us in the ass, they have to be held accountable. Wear some mittens when you go to bed. What is that for? Well, I've said for decades that Social Security should have never existed. Should have never existed. Why did the government rob our money? Oh, we'll pay you later, but first we'll steal it all and destroy your children and your grandchildren's future. Desecrate them, destroy them in every way. Why? Fuck that. You will be okay. I will work until I die. No, you're not going to be screwed, Robin. You guys will get your money so that you shut up. And then when you guys die, then they'll be like, da-da-da-da-da-da, fuck millennials, fuck Gen X. And then boomers, because they're powerful, are going to be placated with money we don't have to shut them the fuck up so that they don't stand up with us. That's what they're doing. We are not going to be okay. To pretend that Gen X, millennials, and everyone behind under us is going to be okay in a country 40 trillion in debt is an absurdity. Name me the country that has ever been $40 trillion in debt. Anyone? McFly? Well, all boomers are going to get their money. That's what I'm saying. The government's smart. They're like, we don't have the money because we robbed the boomers. We robbed them all. So what we're going to do to make sure the boomers do nothing and don't help their grandkids and don't help their kids is we're going to pay their Social Security, even though we don't have it. We're going to put this country even in more debt to do this. And we will extract the wealth from Gen X, millennials, and everybody else. Well, 20 years ago, were we $40 trillion in debt, Robin? That's what I need to know. When were we ever $40 trillion in debt? Have you ever tried to count to 40 trillion? If you counted backwards to 40 trillion, I think Jesus would be alive, to put it into perspective of how insane that amount is. 20 years ago, we were not $40 trillion in debt. We are in the 90s. We were rich. We were doing great. Why are people against boomers? I'm not. I'm saying they're the most powerful fucking generation. They have all the power. And to placate them and get them to shut up about the destruction of their children and their grandchildren, how we will literally live in a Dust Bowl Great Depression for the rest of our lives and be destroyed utterly. They're going to pay the boomers money we don't have that they stole from the boomers and stole from all of us. So they're going to extract what we should be paying in for our Social Security because they robbed the boomers. They will extract from us. They will wait until the boomers die off. And then they'll be like, hey, everyone, we fucked you in the ass. You're destroyed. You won't be able to eat. Stand in the breadlines every moment. You'll suffer. And the boomers will get their pensions and their Social Security and stuff because they cannot fuck them over. Because if they do, the boomers are a massive generation that politicians are terrified of. You guys are powerful. Don't misconstrue my words here. Boomers are the most powerful generation because there's more of you than anyone. And if boomers stood up and were like, wait a minute, you robbed us? There's no money because there isn't money for your Social Security and stuff. There's no money. Every time anyone gets a Social Security check at this point, it's destroying the country even more for the future because they robbed us. If boomers stood up and they're like, time for trials for Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, all of them, put them on trial, take all of their wealth, all of it back because they got it from destroying this country and put it back into America's coffers. Boomers have the power to do that. And they know it. And that's why they're going to throw a Band-Aid on this gaping wound. And they're going to wait until the boomers die off before they're like, oh, we fucked you. Bye. Because they're terrified of boomers. There's too many of you guys. You guys have all the power. That's why they're always trying to, your Medicaid's going nowhere. We will placate you until you die and we'll fuck your kids and we'll destroy your grandchildren. Like, that's what they're doing. They're smart because you guys are too powerful. You guys have way too much power. Way too much power. And that's why every politician plays to you guys. And I'm not saying this like boomers are bad and all this shit. I'm not. They're fucking terrible. It's terrified of you. I'm a boomer and say lock them all up. Of course. I'm not. Boomers don't want this future for their kids or grandkids. But that's why they're placating them so that they don't think about what's being left. You know what I mean? That's why they're like, we have to pay this massive generation this money we don't have. Fuck their kids and grandkids. They can suffer. But if we don't do this, then we're exposed and we'll be held accountable. Because there's just too many boomers to not force them to be held to account, which is, very interesting. Must be nice to be part of a generation that's that fucking powerful. Bravo to you guys. There's a lot of you. You're like an army. I don't have kids, but I really deeply care about my nieces and nephews. I really deeply care. Bill Clinton, yeah, he did have our national budget in a surplus. 100%. 100%. Say what you want about good old fucking Slick Willie, but he left us rich. But he was part of a lot of deals that were going to eventually destroy our wealth. You know what I mean? I know a lot of young adults that work their asses off. I think there's like a huge misconception that like these trust fund babies who have parents that can pay for everything. I think people are applying that to all these working class kids and poor kids. Like, do you really think poor kids and working class kids get to sit at home with mommy and daddy paying for everything? Because that's not how it works. I think people confuse young generations who are wealthy, like their parents are wealthy, with everyone else. Because of course these Nepo babies are going to be fucking worthless. Tale as old as time. Right? Like that's been going on since the dawn of man. As if your parents were rich, like you good, you good. You good. Just saying. If they would have left our money alone, we would all get over $800,000 a month. It was supposed to be locked forever. Dude, they fucking destroyed us. They destroyed this country. But as I said, those deals with like sending all our manufacturing over to China, which by the way, they did nothing but enrich our worst enemy to the point where they've now been able to build their military to the point of maybe destroying us. What a smart idea. All to have glorified slave labor and get away with it. That's all they wanted to do. Because in America, the only way they can have slave labor is illegal immigrants. Because you can't treat people like slaves here. But you can in China. So they're like, dude, why would we manufacture all this stuff here when we can employ slaves in a foreign country and sell everything for like fucking nothing? It'll be great. It'll be great. Guys, get 20% off all orders $75 or more with the code CYBER20. Get 25% off all orders over $100 or more with the code CYBER25. There is also a little code for you guys today. If you guys want like the whole free gift thing, let me get in here. Let's see if I could get in here. And channel. Where's my channel? Channels. Channel. Hello. There it is. All right. Replace screen save. And here we go. Free 4-piece gift set with any order over $150 or more. Use the code mini treats. If you drop two bills, $250, in my Avon store and you use the code mini treats 250, you get a 7-piece gift set, which is nice. Dream state. You're preaching to the choir, baby. Social Security and IRS was supposed to have been temporary, but when the politicians saw they could steal our fucking money and launder it, it became permanent. You're right, Susan. I'm sorry. It should have been up to us to save our money. Should have been up to us, not the fucking government. Also, fuck the IRS. We know exactly what you owe us, but it's your job to figure it out. And if you don't do it right, punish them. Punish them. Fuck you, IRS, you motherfuckers. You know what we owe. You just send us a letter and say we owe it. You are a fucking mob racket. That's what the IRS is. It's like Al Capone and his boys walking into your shop with a baseball bat. They're a bunch of fucking assholes. Oh, my mother-in-law had a fantastic time. She was here for 9 days. I really missed her not being here last night. I told my husband I'm ready to go back to the normalcy of life because 9 days is a long visit, but I missed her. Like I'm able to stream and be loud again, just little things like that. But I miss her. Millennials already surpassed baby boomers in size back in 2019. The gap has only widened since. Baby boomers are steadily declining due to age-related mortality. Yes. The boomers is a huge generation, but, they are now starting to hit mortality age. But there's a lot of them that are going to live to be 100. So, they'll be like average lifespan. A woman will be 77 and the bitches are living until they're 98. You never know what's going on. Guys, I love you. Thanks for coming today. I really hope you guys all shop in my Avon store. I'd appreciate it. It is going to be like 40 degrees. All our snow is going to melt. I am deeply depressed about it. Deeply depressed about it. I don't hate boomers here. If it wasn't for boomers, I wouldn't be alive. Thanks, boomers. If it wasn't for a bunch of baby boomers, millennials wouldn't exist. And you know what? I hate claiming millennial. I don't feel like one. My husband and I were born in 82. Both of us totally identify with Generation X. I do not feel like a millennial at all. Like, I think Tim Pool's a millennial, but he's so much younger than me that half the shit he talks about, I don't identify with that. I just don't. Like, that wasn't my life. Like, I didn't have video games. I didn't have internet. Like, we had AOL. I maybe went on it for 3 minutes until my brother kicked me off on the phone, hitting all the numbers. You know how they do. AdrianneCurry.com to shop with me. Stuff your stockings with my wares. I love you guys, and I'll see some of you guys this weekend.